guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing makeup trends for the year of 2020. So we are mid-January of the year 2020. These are just trends that I've noticed started late in the year of 2019, and I feel like are for sure going to transition into 2020. So let's get started. We got our coffee. We are happy with our coffee. Let's get into these trends. Okay, so I have my phone here because I have the trends here written down on my notes. All the trends that I'm talking about, I did it all today so you guys could see it. It's also a little bit of a tutorial type video, so you guys will be able to see how to do it as well. Let's get into it. The first trend that I've noticed is straight brows. So with a straight brow, think Kendall Jenner. You know what I mean? So she has really pretty straight brows. I think Gigi Hadid, I think Suede Brooks here on YouTube, I think she has them as well. Straight brows doesn't necessarily mean like Audrey Hepburn, you know, but you could do just a little bit less of an arch. That's kind of what I did today. So what I do is I'll kind of outline the bottom of my brow with my brow pencil. I'll go ahead and fill my brows in with product. I'll spoolie every now and then that I'm applying the product just so it's a little bit softer and fluffier and the lighter application of the product. And then I'll go ahead and carve out my brow with my concealer. I typically use my Tarte Shape Tape concealer and a flat synthetic brush, and I'll use that to really help me carve out the brow and really focus on where I want to keep it nice and straight along the bottom of the brow. So I still have a slight arch, but I also just have it not as elongated as I normally would, so it doesn't necessarily frame the whole round of your eye. It's just right above their eye, and what that's going to do is just kind of help pull back the eyes a little bit and kind of give you that sultry cat eye look, what that everyone is going for these days. So the straight brows are really nice, super trendy right now, and I believe they're still gonna go in through 2020. Something else that I've noticed is less foundation. Of course, less is more. I'm seeing very light to medium coverage foundation. People are using tinted moisturizers. The foundation I use is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear, and I love this because you can go very light coverage with it, and if you want to have a full coverage day, you can also build it up to a full coverage. The way that I like to do it is I'll leave it light to medium where I can still see some of my freckles peeking through, and then I will go in to my under eye area. So I like to use the Garnier Clearly Brighter Anti-Dark Circle Roller. This is a super lifesaver. I'll pop her under my eye, blend it out. It gives me just this light tint under my eye just to help cancel out my dark circles, but it's also nice and hydrating because I do use the Tarte Shape Tape next, which is a little bit drying for me. Pairing the Shape Tape on top of my Garnier just really helps keep my under eye looking nice and smooth and hydrated. I'll go ahead and just do literally a dot of the Shape Tape just for additional coverage, and I'll go ahead and blend it along down the side of my nose, down to my cheek, and then up to my lash line, of course. I still like to get my full coverage, so that is why I will go in additionally with the Tarte Shape Tape. But if you're not full coverage kind of queen, you are good with just the Anti-Dark Circle Roller. You should be good to go. After I do that, I will take my beauty sponge and my Beauty Bakery Flour Setting Powder in the shade Oat, which is translucent. This I like to use with my sponge just because it's really going to press it into my skin, and it's going to make it nice, and of course it's going to set it, but it's going to also make it nice and smooth and just really get in there, but it's also still keeping it hydrated so it doesn't look like powder is sitting on your skin. Then for the rest of my face, I will go in with my Morphe Filter Effects Setting Powder in Filter 2. This is a game changer. This makes your skin look like butter on top of your foundation. Highly recommend it. Sheer to medium coverage. It works for almost all skin types unless you have like severely dehydrated skin. I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're like normal to oily, normal to dry like I am, this can definitely still work out for you. Just use it sparingly. I know that sounds like a lot of products for the face, but that's pretty much, I mean, all that I have been using as far as my base makeup goes, because I'm still a full coverage kind of queen. I'm not a queen. I do love the flexibility of the foundation and how you can make it super light coverage or heavy full coverage, but it doesn't feel heavy. It almost feels like nothing is on my skin, which is amazing. Yeah, highly recommend it. L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. This is my favorite. It always compliments on my skin whenever I'm wearing this little guy. Let's move on. Next is Pink Blush. Pink Blush is making a comeback, people. A lot of blushes are peachy, copper tone. I know those are kind of like the go-to shades for almost every skin tone, and it's gorgeous. But what I'm noticing is pink blushes are coming back. So this is like a blue base pink blush. This is by MAC. It's called Blush Baby. This is my favorite blush as of the moment, and I'll actually use this instead of contouring now. So I no longer contour, which bonus, I think that is going to be no longer a trend in 2020. I've seen not many people really wanting to bronze or contour as of recent, and just keeping everything looking nice and natural on the skin, so you could still have those sculpted cheeks. What I do is I really pack on my blush, you know, of course, where you want to put your blush, the apples of the cheeks. I'll blend it up toward the temple, and I'll kind of bring it down slightly where you normally would typically place your bronzer. And then I'll go in with my Beauty Bakery powder. It is not a baking powder. Keep that in mind. It is too finely milled to be a baking powder. It's simply a setting powder, which is why I'll go in with my sponge, carve out my cheek, and I'll dust it off right away because it's not meant to bake. But yes, pink blush is making a comeback. Just for those cute rosy cheeks, I'll place it on the point of my nose, a little bit on my bridge, my chin, just so that it looks natural. You look naturally flushed like you've been in the sun. This is a trend that I've also seen Kylie Jenner do. She always has like super pink cheeks, almost kind of peachy, but more on the pinker side. I feel like Kylie Jenner right now is like the perfect example of 2020 makeup trends because she has like full beat, but it's also soft, which is amazing. So that is basically the trend, is like a soft full beat. You know what I'm saying? So yes, pink blush, she's making a comeback. Okay, next we have soft highlight. A lot of you may disagree because I know plenty of you love glowing to the gods. Feel free to keep doing it. If that is you, that is you. If not, totally good. I got you, girl. So, the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. This is my favorite highlight. Mine is in the shade, it says number 10, Be My Highlight. It's a baked highlighter. What I love about it is that it's very, very light. So it's not gonna give you a super heavy glow. It's buildable, and I use it on a tapered brush. Typically, I will use like the Morphe 510 brush, and I will just kind of place it along my cheekbone and then really dust it over top my blush. And then I'll touch up with my blush brush just to make sure that it's all blended in together. But that just gives you the most gorgeous glow, and it looks like you're glowing from within, but you're not going to be glowing from like a mile away. You know what I mean? It's not going to look like, whoa, she's got too much going on her face. It looks like a very soft, natural glow from within, and I love that kind of glow, so that's what I've been really into lately. Ooh, and another good product for soft highlight too is the Moonlight Loose Powders from the Jaclyn Cosmetics. They're sold in Morphe stores. You know, I work at Morphe, and there's been a few of you that have come to the Morphe store that I work at and have told me that you are subscribed to my channel, so thank you so much. You guys are so cute. I just get so weird like when you tell me that. Anyway, sidetracked. It's just weird because it's like, oh my gosh, like people actually watch my videos, you know? It just doesn't really hit me. I just do this because I love it and it's fun. But yeah, so thank you so much if you've come up to me and told me that you watch my videos. I appreciate you. So what was I saying? What are we talking about? Oh yeah, the Jaclyn Cosmetics. It's almost like a luminous setting powder, so you can use it almost for like an all-over set after your foundation. It wouldn't set under eye. I'll take my brush, on a larger fluffy brush of course, maybe something like this. This is the E48. I'll kind of focus it on typically where you'll highlight on the top of the cheekbone, and then I'll lightly dust it around the rest of the skin. And it just looks so pretty, and it's like the perfect luminous glow, just an all over kind of moment. That's a really good one. I would highly recommend looking into it. Okay, last but not least, this has been my ultimate favorite trend of 2020, hopefully. Well, I'm gonna keep doing it anyway, so whatever. It's like a really glossy wine stained lip. So, taking any kind of pink or red or berry, purple, whatever color you want to do. For me, I love this Morphe lip crayon in the shade Thanks, and it's like a really cute pink, and I love it. So what I'll do is I'll apply it just in the very center of my bottom lip, and then I'll lightly take my finger and kind of rub it through the rest of my lip. I'll do the same on the top, and then this, you guys, is what is going to change your life. This is the Ulta Beauty Juice Infused Lip Oil. This is literally life-changing. It's better than any lip gloss I've ever used. Usually it comes clear, but I always put it on top of my lipstick, so the lipstick shades usually transfer in here, which is fine because it kind of gives it like a soft little tint. Oh, hello. But I will just place this right in the center of the lip and then diffuse it out towards, you know, the outer portion of the lip. And it is perfection. It does not bleed throughout the day. It doesn't look weird. It stays nice and shiny, and it doesn't leave any weird film on the inside of the lip like a lip gloss typically would. So I highly recommend it. It's from Ulta. It's the Ulta brand. This one is coconut. It's, again, supposed to be clear, but they do have tinted ones as well. I just absolutely love it, and it makes your lips super soft, and it's not sticky, which is really nice. Alright, so those are my 5 top makeup trends for the year of 2020. I did do some research, and there's a couple makeup trends that I did not talk about that I could talk about in another video, so if you want to see that, let me know in the comments down below. If you guys recreate this makeup look, make sure you tag me on Instagram. I would love to see it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and if you haven't, you can just press subscribe right down there. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!